Hey, welcome back to Bofkin Island 2. I sincerely hope this is the last stream for this. Not because I don't like it, but because I think we're going to solve it. If you watch the VOD or have watched the previous episode on YouTube by the time it comes out, and by the time this one comes out, you might have noticed that I was getting a little frustrated by the end of last time. And, yeah, it was not going well towards the end there, and it took me a while. I know why now I was having such a problem, and knowing what I know now, there wasn't really a whole lot I was going to be able to do about it. Let me explain. So I reached out to the developer who sent me the code, and asked me to do this demo and everything. And I explained, it's like, okay, look, I'll admit, I'm stumped. Here's where I am. Here's where I think what's next and what I'm doing. Here's the clues that I have available to me. I am stumped. And it's got me to the point of frustration where I'm having a problem with this. And he emailed me back. He's like, okay, so I think you're missing this clue, or this scrap of paper. And I'll, based on what you said, there's this and this. I'm like, well, I'm not missing that paper, but I wasn't able to do anything with that clue. But the fact that you're telling me about that clue tells me maybe such and such. And so when I went back and looked at it, I think I know what needs to happen, and we'll see. So we're just going to get right on into it, because I think I can make this finish tonight, if all goes as planned, or even somewhere adjacent to plan. We're going for adjacent to plan. Okay, and I also did realize that as I'm going back and editing things, every time I close for the night and come in the next day, there are updates being pushed out through Steam, and so there are changes made to the game as they have been making corrections and fixes and stuff. So first thing I want to do real fast is I want to look in here. Is this... Okay, this is still 3/4 of the way powered up how I left it. Because I was just editing an episode and realized this thing is not there. This piece of paper was added after the fact. So this is a new clue that they added due to people's testing probably, or just their own work, and said, hey, I think maybe we need to put another clue here. Okay, that's fine. When I first wandered past that, I'm like, how in God's name did I miss the bright pink piece of paper on the white wall? And it was driving me nuts because it was not the first time I came across something. I'm like, how did I miss this? And this is now like the third thing that I've noticed where I'm like, I didn't miss it. It wasn't there, or it was somewhere else and moved. So I feel slightly better about that. But I do know, based on the developer's response, the answer seems to lie over with this tower. And specifically because we have a clue that says, and I will actually bring up the clue. Random screenshots. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? That's not you. Come on, I got it somewhere. Where is it? Actually, where is it? Do I not have the screenshot of it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, this screenshot right here. So, pointing me to this hexagon, second of the bunch, saying, get in! And that side. And I have looked at that, and there's nothing on the side, anywhere in this hexagonal tower here, that leads me to believe that I can actually, get in through these walls. But, when I told him, it's like, okay, so I think that what it means is that you want me to go in, literally inside the hexagon. I said, I tried that. It doesn't work. I couldn't get in. Maybe I didn't try hard enough, but I tried it, and it didn't look like it was going to be feasible, so I said, okay, that's clearly not the right path. And he said, well, I moved the button closer. So this button is now definitely closer to where it used to be. So we have to try to get inside. And we have come across the same problem that Simon has. We have no knees. Let's try for a running start. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. No. Okay, wait a second. How low does it have to be for me to cross this threshold? Like, okay, there's no way. What the? Why did no one tell me there's a jump button? My thumb just spasmed. If the clue that is in here that I think is in here, this could have saved me like 2 hours of wandering around last time. Yeah, my thumb, just from, you know, like dealing with phones and stuff, my thumbs, especially with the left one, tends to like twitch, and I just happen to have my thumb sitting on the space bar right now, which I normally don't do. Like, it normally sort of rests, but because I've been typing lately, it went right back to where it was supposed to be. Frickin', there's a frickin' jump button. Love of God. And this is exactly the clue that This is the clue that I needed last time that I spent hours. And I bet you it says return on here. Does it say return? Does it say return? Is this re and turn? Bet you it is. Where's my thing? Turn is the circle. Re is the pentagram. Pentagon, I say that every dang time. Return. This is the exact clue that I was missing. Son of a motherless goat. Alright, well, I've got it. I'm annoyed that literally an accidental thumb twitch is what that took. I need to paste a screenshot here. I'm glad I found it now instead of, like, you know, spending another half hour puzzling over this thing, because the devs email sure as hell seemed to indicate this was where I needed to be. One criticism of using OneNote for this is when you paste in a screenshot, it puts it in full size and shoves everything out of the way, and then when you shrink it down to a normal size, you're left with all your stuff pushed off into weird locations. Okay, alright, so this is by 5:30 p.m., so I have a time. Gotta collect a new scarf for my trip to New York. As for a red one from Miss Thornton, who lives down the road, I will never forget the big red, no, probably green, statue in her garden. Okay. This note, I mean, it's supporting the theory that something hinky's going on with this island. Because we know that there's a flight going from London to New York that passes right over Bofkin Island, and he's saying, like, I asked for a red one from Mrs. Thornton, who lives down the road. Mrs. Thornton is on this frickin' island. He's not departing from London down the road from a different Mrs. Thornton with a frog in her garden. So there's something hinky going on with, like, just why we're here and how this whole thing relates. But, at the very least, I now have this thing. And I'm also... Hey, Gravity Spikes, how's it going? I am also now trapped in here. Does this let me out if I... It does. Okay, but now I need to know... what was the correct orientation for this frickin' hex? Where'd it go? There it is. This one should be pointing southwest. Okay. Hey, hippity hoppity hippity hoppity. Ay, caramba. Okay, so there's one note for the devs. Because there's nothing in here that tells me there's a jump button. Maybe I just don't play enough. Okay, the last first-person shooter I played on mouse and keyboard was Quake 3 Arena when I still lived with my mother. A long time ago. And so the concept of maybe that's a standard thing like spacebar, because that feels very natural now. That would make sense that would be a spacebar jump button while playing this. I never, the first-person perspective games that I play, Halo, so consoles, and lately the only one I've played is Blueprints, and Simon can't jump. So the idea of a jump button never even occurred to me. Okay. Alright, so we still have more to solve once we're done with this, but this at least gives us the right path. Alright, so we have 5:30. See if this works, because I've also got various clues that indicate like there's a mistake on a particular time. And so I am very curious about whether this is going to be correct or not. Okay, so we have you need to be the circle, and you need to be the pentagon. One of these days I'll get that right. You're supposed to be red, you should be green. Alright, that should be a fully powered up clock tower, right? Holy, what the... Okay, I was expecting this to open. I was not expecting that. Are we in a simulation? Are we in the bloody Matrix? Aside from the tree appearing and disappearing. Alright, let's see what we got here. Don't remind, rewind, return. White. Okay, I already, wait, what? Do I need to change that setting? Okay. Interesting. Okay, this is making me less certain that we're going to solve this tonight, because now we're adding whole new things. I also need to go back and take a screenshot of that solution in there. Okay, then. That was... This is not what I was expecting. At all. Alright, take a quick screenshot here. This was the final answer. Okay, and this says 415 white red. I'm gonna keep a screenshot of that here just in case. That's changed. Alright, Anyway, now we got to look around and see if anything else is going on here. Because we now live in a grid. I don't think anything will have changed. Did you know the golden buffs are super rare? I've never seen one. Well, you're complaining you don't get to see any Bofkins, you don't have a Boff boy, so no wonder you haven't seen any golden ones. Alright, what you got for me? A haunted splan. He's got some splanning to do. Okay, well, let's take a peek around now that we've got, again, big changes. Nope. Nope. There we go. Alright, let's go check and see if... So at least finally the frog had a reason to exist. That's something, I suppose. I can jump that wall now. That's craziness. Alright, and then actually if you... And I did confirm, if you bring an orange roof to her, she's like, no, I want my orange roof. Which I had wondered about because I had never seen an orange roof, and so I wondered if maybe I could finally find one and bring it to her, and it was just like a really ridiculously rare thing to find to give her. No, I did finally find it, and she's like, nope, that's not mine. See anything terribly different? That's good. That looks like it's just a shadow over there. Nope, nothing different there. A metal grids. Okay, really the lighthouse, or the observatory is the next place I want to go to look for any changes. Oh, it was a golden Mr. Hanky down there. Come on, seriously? Where'd you go? Man, you lose sight of them and they are just gone. Hello. And sometimes they do that. Alright, no, not gonna be sidetracked. Let's go. Look at me jumping. he's showing up weird. Alright, anything different in here? Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Oh, there's a purple, pinkish purple one way down south. I need to go check on that. Those are super rare. I'll worry about that later. All right, here we go. Headed south. Seriously, sometimes. Come on. Good Lord. Okay. This is one area I'm definitely interested in checking for changes. Because I found something here that I don't remember seeing before, so therefore I'm forced to wonder if it was something they added midway. I came across this while I was just poking at something earlier, and I don't know what it means. I don't see anything that's like this arrangement. So it's like, well, maybe these pillars here are those things, and these are the fallen pillars. Not sure what to do with that. And then there's this thing that this was originally where one piece of paper showed up that moved, which I assume they did during an update and wasn't something that was supposed to have just happened once I found it. Or are these just... is that just this? Oh, that's what it is. Oh, they added lights. There used to be only 5 lights here. Okay, that's what this is. They changed the entrance combination, essentially, I'm assuming. Okay, yeah, this was back here when they moved it. There's the return code thing. They have added that, made that a little clearer. That looks like the same. Okay. All right. Well, this was worth coming back and double checking, seeing what changes they made. And this is now different. So can I get that last dot in the screenshot? No, I can't get all 6 of them here easily. There we go. All right, let's. Where's that new screenshot? There it is. Yeah, and then the 6th button up there that I just pushed, that's number 6 on this diagram. Okay, well, I'm glad I know the answer to that one and don't have to, puzzle over it or anything. Because originally there were only 5 lights, and I sort of brute forced the combination, just saying, okay, this, when you pushed 1, it said incorrect. All right, well, that's not the first one then. And then, so I pushed a different one, and said, oh, and then it lit up. All right, that's the first button then. Great. Let's see. So, this is solved. I feel good about that. Let's go take a peek at the lighthouse. Oh, I saw... Who was that? Where'd it go? Was that not like a see-through Bofkin flying in the air? Aha! Gotcha. Ghostly ones are the worst. Try and figure out where they went, where they go. You lose track of them, they're gone. Even more than normal. Alright, this is still open. Should still be showing the correct code. I'm gonna need to check the tomb, or the grave secret area as well. Okay. None of this is changing. What's up, dude? Okay. I don't really expect anything to change here. I'm just... Since there are clearly updates to the game since the last time I had it loaded, and obviously then now we're stuck in a grid, it's worth double-checking some things. And if anything new has been added. Also, now I can climb on top of this whatever it is over here, which I'm still curious about because so far it does not serve any purpose. I'm wondering if it's our grave, in fact, at this point, and we're dead. Okay, didn't really think anything would happen if I stood on it, but... I think there are more Bofkins around than there used to be, I swear. Like, I'm coming across them more frequently, which is just fine with me, because there's still ones I'm missing from the collection. Hiker still here? Yep, there she is. Hi. If I interact with you, you're just going to give me a letter to deliver. That's green, not gold, right? Oh. It is green, and I didn't have that one yet. Okay. Alright, that's enough. I gotta recharge the battery anyway. So, swing through here, collect bounty, recharge battery, sell pictures, and head over to the grave thing. It's curious that I can jump off of that and get the nice, long, slow falling animation, but if I step off, you teleport down to the ground. Oh, this has gotten a bit brighter in here. my circles are wrong. Why are my circles wrong? Why did one of my circles change? Okay, alright, but the hexagon's right, but okay, there's still something missing from the clock, obviously. Alright, which I kind of figured there would be, but it was still worth coming and checking this out. But also, why is my circle wrong? Alright, so things to do here. First of all, I'm going to raise this while this is correct, because the picture down in the new clock tower room had these in a different arrangement. So before I change it, I want to raise this up. Now up here it said it was important that the arrangement be different. This is worth peeking at this. I didn't look at this since the update. Okay, so now what they want to see, my clock tower changes. Okay, they want to see these in height order essentially, with the one on this side being the lowest. So we're at lower. One more. Okay. And now we switch this to raise. Raise one. Okay, so that now matches what the clock tower thing had for me. Nice try, hot clump. Okay, so our next thing, really, it seems like the next bit, it really has to do with the clock tower yet again. But I don't... not 100% certain what to do with it. It's a window. Oh, for the love of God, I've completely forgot to do what I was going to head in that direction to do. I don't even remember what I got distracted. Oh, I got distracted looking in that thing. Doy. Alright, now I don't know why this changed to red unless it was just a coding thing. This should be green unless they changed the answer. Okay. Alright, so now that I've changed that, let's go back into the clock tower room and see if it reveals anything. I didn't actually mean to take that one. Ah, friggin' thumb. Keep it off the space bar. I mean, it's not that big a deal if I jump by accident, but still. Okay. Don't remind, rewind, and return. So we have purple and white. And we have, that should be remind, right? It was don't remind, rewind. Okay, which is that one. And I'm not sure what to do with all these images. Alright, well this is... Square is not an option. Diamond is, but square is not. Alright, well, let's... I accidentally drew the minute sideways. Please assume... Oh, please assume the triangle is 12 on the paper marked return. Okay, wait, we got a clue, The triangle is the 12. So that's actually return. So that's this one. Whoop. Which now makes the clue make more sense. For the paper marked return, the triangle is the 12, so that gets inverted, so that means this is the 9 o'clock, so that's the 10-minute hand. So return okay, but again, so square is not... Turn is the circle. And re... So that's... So re is the pentagram. Pentagon, seriously. Re is the pentagon shaped. So return. So turn is the circle, re is the pentagon, which is not on here. So return. But that the minute hand, I'm assuming that's going to be. That actually means this way over here. So at the 10 o'clock mark. I can't mess this up at least. Eh? I heard a noise that I was like, well, I don't know what that was. But we have purple and white is what it seems are the two colors that we have that seem to show this thing. We also have a note that says something here is not going to work properly unless the southernmost hexagon is pointing north. Is that referring to this though? Where's that paper? The minute sideways. Okay. All right. In this clue, we have found a bug with the final combination input in the clock tower, and are working on a fix. The current workaround is to set the southernmost hexagon to face north before submitting. Okay. What was that? Oh, holy crap! We got a raid. That's what that noise is. Hey, Talon. Sorry, I had my chat covered up.
Good job on that, by the way. Sarcasm, so your self-test complete.
Yeah, thanks for that. Oh, welcome in, Raiders. Sorry for not seeing that. That's the problem having the screens here, and I'm looking at clues, and they were covering up this whole window here. So welcome in. If anybody is not familiar, there's me. I am playing a game that I would be highly surprised if anybody has heard of or seen before, because this is still in beta and is a demo. And it is a lot of fun, but I'm at a very frustrating point of I'm done a whole bunch of stuff and solved a whole bunch of clues, so now I'm kind of down to the nitty-gritty of figuring this out. And like last night I actually had to email the dev saying, okay, I'm stuck on this, what gives? And they gave me a hint that actually led me to discover that I have a jump button in this game. Completely by accident found out there's a jump button. I've made it through this entire game without knowing there was a jump button. Doesn't help in any way, shape, or form, except for this one specific clue that was driving me nuts that I wouldn't have been able to solve without it. So, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I spent about 2 hours last stream going all over the island, looking at every scrap of paper, looking for one that said what I wanted it to say, could not find it, and even the clue that I ultimately had to solve today, I was like, that doesn't help me, that doesn't do anything. Well, he said, the dev said, did you find this clue? I did find that clue. It doesn't mean anything. But wait a second, maybe that means I need to get inside there, and I just did something wrong. So they actually changed something in the coding to move a button for me that put it within reach, and I tried it, and it still didn't work. And I was like, tried it at a running start, and it still didn't work. And I was getting frustrated, and my thumb twitched and hit the space bar, and I jumped. And that's how I discovered I have a jump button. So, I have a note here to say, you might want to put an explanation of what the buttons are. Yeah. As I said when I discovered it, the last time I played a first-person shooter on mouse and keyboard was Quake 3 Arena, and it was when I still lived at my mom's house, like maybe, I don't even remember what year that was, but yeah, like high school, college, somewhere around there. So it's been a while. And the only first-person thing I've done anytime recently was Blueprints. Simon can't jump, so I didn't even, the concept of a jump button never even occurred to me. So now I am going down to one of these little pedestal things. Meanwhile, I'm taking pictures of Bofkins as I go. Hey, look, jump button. And if you haven't seen them, because they're invisible unless you're using this little camera, you pull up your little Game Boy. There's one. And you take pictures, which apparently also captures them. And then I sell the pictures, which may or may not be selling the little Bofkins into slavery or of some sort, or just imprisonment in someone's photo album. I don't know. I don't know what happens to the Bofkins once they're sold. And I feel like I might be better off not knowing. Alright, so this is now facing north. Lots of different little shapes. It's sort of like Pokemon-esque. I just capture them with a camera instead of throwing balls at them. And I don't have to fight them. So I'm hoping something changes here in town. Specifically in this clock tower. This looks the same. Don't remind. It's just these doesn't make sense yet. Here's just a light. Alright, so we have white and purple are the only two colors that there's white in that room and purple outside. They could be reversed for all I know. But the fact that this is purple ... and then a white, or ... white, leads me to believe that purple is supposed to be first. And I have changed this so the current workaround is set the southernmost hexagon to face to the north before submitting. Did that. I have this remind. The hour hand is supposed to be 4, I think, because I have this note over here, which translates that the same as the old one. That circled word, the symbols there translate to the word hour, and this is the old combination code. So that leaves me, that should be a 4. And try with those, and a 10. No. A little bit of brute force involved here because I don't know what the hell I'm doing on this one, to be honest. Swap the colors. No, I'm convinced that's correct. But it says don't remind, rewind. So don't do that. Rewind, which is that. That's set, in theory. It's important, apparently. I drew the minutes sideways. Assume the triangle is 12 on the paper marked return. Well, that's return, so the triangle is 12, so that would put that at the 10. But if she drew it sideways, maybe it's actually the 1 or the 7, but I tried those. Yeah, go get some food for you, and take care of that pupper if she wakes up. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the raid. Oh, that completely forgot. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm pretty sure I'm lurking in your stream on my laptop behind me. So now I'm apparently lurking in my own. Okay, don't remind, rewind, return. Oh. My phone is... Hold on, I got a phone alarm going off. Give me just a second. The old combination, but the hour is the same as the old one, so that should theoretically mean it's still 4 o'clock. And these would just be minute hands. Unless I have to... Do I need to put them all in? Okay. So what if... Okay, if we do triangle, upside down triangle, that doesn't help. But if you're the diamond instead, for instance, and you point that way. Okay, and just in case these are reversed because everything else is reversed. No, I didn't think so. I'm pretty sure that's purple and white. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty sure the colors are correct. It's literally the only clues that I have as far as colors for the final combination. And it's not telling me that, like, I'm partially correct or, you know, that I got the first of now. Return. Turn is the circle, re is the pentagram. So let's try turn. that had the pieces of all the things that I was working on. So I can claim that that was sort of on purpose. Okay, so that's now done. There. Interesting. Okay, now I gotta go back and fix the hexagon. And then hopefully my color is correct after this, because the game changed my color on, there's a beacon in each corner. You can see the light going straight up to the sky. And I had those, all 4 of them correct, and then when I loaded today, that one was different and was no longer the right one where I left it. So I don't know if that's because they changed the code and something was different, or if it was just an accident. Alright, and while I fix this and run around for a second, I'm going to go ahead and run the ads really fast so they don't interrupt something later on when they forcibly go. So I will be right back from ads. And welcome back. Thanks for sticking around if you're still here. I was just running around taking pictures of Bofkins. So the camera here reveals things that are not otherwise visible. So like this red band here, only visible when you look through the Boff Boy, which is, you know, a clue for one of the many, many, many puzzles that are in this game. This is not quite as layered and insane as Blueprints is sometimes, but there's a surprising number of puzzles packed in this one little island. Claim my reward. I'm not even gonna ask for the next bounty, because hopefully I'm on my way out of here. There I go, selling all my Bofkins, or selling the pictures. I'm just gonna trust that I'm not actively selling Bofkins into slavery or, you know, imprisonment. Alright, so that should be the right color unless they changed the answer on me for some reason. Dial into the underground cavern. Oh, yeah, okay, all 3 are done. All 3 of these little symbols are up. Oh god, there's another door and another code. Okay, so that's correct. That is still correct. Now what? The end. About 99% certain that's what that says. T-H-E, yep, that's the end. Okay, well, I guess this is rolling credits then. Alright, that's what I thought. We're still on the plane. But we're the only ones here. There's our ticket. There's the newspaper. Holy crap! My jump button now. Okay. Now we're back and everything's bright and happy. Anybody got anything different to say? I wish you had stayed at home with us. At least you'll be safe here. We miss you. I'll miss you so much. So these are all just me projecting people that I knew. Okay. Alright, I don't see anything different, so maybe this just gives me a chance to finish off my Bofkin collection. Okay. This thing still have the symbol on it? Yes, it does. Okay, so literally everything's exactly as we left it. Except it's now bright and cheery outside instead of stuck in a grid. Okay, well, I guess that means... Oh, I didn't see what that pop-up was, damn it. Oh, I think maybe I completed a Bofkin thing? I don't know. No? I have one complete thing of Bofkin, of types. Okay, well, as far as I know, that's credits on this game for the demo. I may kind of poke at this a little bit as I go, and I'll check with the dev if there's anything I'm missing, but the fact that we walked through the door that said "The End" and then witnessed what sure seems like our demise, which is kind of what I thought was going on, because number one, there's a spooky time nighttime going on here where the Bofkins are all just glowing red eyes in clouds of smoke, and it's actually quite spooky if you don't know what's happening and it just suddenly happens to you. It's a little freaky. And yeah, I mean, like, we have this plane ticket in the museum, and then this newspaper article, search for missing persons, ongoing from Wednesday, March 25th, which was our flight was we departed on the 25th. And so, you know, the fact that we're missing at that point, we were on our way from London to New York, passing literally over the spot where Bofkin Island is supposed to be. So, I don't know if this was something we imagined the whole time, or if this is, you know, our afterlife. I'm not entirely sure how to interpret it. But I am not enslaving them. At best, I'm imprisoning them, because I don't think there's a way to get them back out of the pictures, Dread. So I'm only sending them off to, you know, be imprisoned in someone's scrapbook somewhere. I guess that's an improvement. But yeah, as far as I can tell, that's credits. So I may kind of poke at this and just see if anything shows up, and I'll try and complete my Bofkin directory. Because to do it realistically, there's a Bofkin tracker in that observatory over there that shows you the color of all the Bofkins wandering around the island. And so I could go in there and look and see, okay, there's a gold one. I'm missing a gold one of such and such, so let me go look and see if that gold blob just happens to be the type of Bofkin I'm missing. The glowing pinkish purple ones are the rarest that I only have a handful of. But I mean, as you can see, filling in these gaps, trying to find the one purple of these and the one gray of these somewhere out on this island, when they're randomly generated and wander all over the place and disappear at the drop of a hat, etc. It'd be really tough to complete this directory. Especially look at these little buggers. Look at that, like nothing. And these are so hard to see, they're like this big on the screen most of the time. They hide in the grass, it's real hard to see them. So, but this is a lot of fun. Like I'm curious to see what the final version of this game will look like. The fact that they're still making changes to the code and pushing them out overnight to fix things, you know, this is still in beta. They have slated, according to Steam, there's a Q4 2025 release, which we're rapidly running out of. My assumption is that they're trying to get it done and pushed out for December, maybe, or they just want to be done by the end of Q4, or that's the end of their beta period. Not really sure. But it's the kind of game that, if you like puzzle games, this is worth getting. You know, I don't imagine it's going to be exorbitantly expensive, but if you have a chance to get it, and I would say go for it, because it is a lot of fun, and with a couple of tweaks to it that hopefully, you know, if I'm going to say, look, this was a bit frustrating, that was a bit frustrating, and maybe if those things were fixed, there's nothing really wrong with the game. The puzzles are all discoverable and solvable. So, I had a lot of fun playing this. So hopefully, if you've watched any of this, either live on Twitch or if you go back to YouTube, edited down versions, I leave as much in as possible, but some of my long silences of me making notes and copy pasting things and stuff, I'm editing out for brevity. And as with just about all of my YouTube videos, I add commentary and notations and points of interest, and in this case there's a slightly maudlin, I can't think of the right word for it, but if you've ever seen the star in the Super Mario Brothers movie that's trapped in prison, you kind of get what I'm going for. I have one of the little Bofkins pop up and offer a little commentary about what's going on, because that's the kind of thing I do in my YouTube videos. So anyway, you can always check those out, and hopefully they find enjoyment there. But anyway, yeah, if you, for whatever of your attention you have given to this game and or to me, I appreciate it, and hopefully this is something that interests you and you'll take a look at it on your own time. Let's find somewhere, let's just continue kind of a raid train and see where we're headed next. There's a couple of people playing Blueprints right now that I normally follow. Let's see if they're still live. Let's see. So thanks a lot, and hope everybody has a great night. Bye.